Do you ever look at somebody and think, that person is better than me? I'm so behind? How can we stop comparing ourselves to others? Hi, my name is Adria. Here we will talk about building a better life and creating better habits. I will also share my thoughts with you, just like I would with my best friend. So, welcome to my channel. I hope you will feel comfortable here, relate to my story, and that we can grow together and build a better life. Let's talk about self doubt. Okay, story time. I have a friend. Actually, she's my boyfriend's best friend's girlfriend. She's a very successful woman. She owns a beauty salon, performs cosmetic procedures like lip injections, and recently qualified as a nurse. When I first met her, I was honestly impressed. I had always dreamed of having my own beauty business and being my own boss. But somewhere along the way, my life took a different path. It might sound silly, but I felt jealous. Every time she came over, I found myself comparing my life to hers. She had built her business. Meanwhile, I was still stuck in the same job for a few years, earning minimum wage. It brought me down. She had the life I had always dreamed of. I felt lost, and even though I liked her, she was nice to me, I had this feeling in my heart, a shadow of jealousy. Some people might say, okay, then why don't you just do what she did? But life isn't always that simple. When I was younger, I lacked confidence. I had dreams, but I didn't believe I could actually achieve them. I had ambitions in high school, but because of my party lifestyle, I didn't do very well academically. To be honest, I had decent grades without studying much at all. And to this day, I sometimes wonder if I would be in a different position if I had been more consistent. Anyway, I also had to become independent very early. At 18, I moved to a bigger city because I fell in love with a toxic man, by the way. I rented my own apartment and tried to balance work and school, but it became too much. Eventually, I dropped out of school and focused on working. After the breakup, I moved back to my hometown. Then I moved abroad and lived in another country for almost 3 years. Eventually, I returned to Poland at 25, determined to go back to school and pursue the dreams I had as a teenager. I promised myself that I would finally achieve the life I had always dreamed about. I constantly sorry, I constantly compared myself to her, bringing myself down. Even though I liked her and she was nice to me, I felt like I was worse than her. I was angry with myself. I was harsh on myself because I believed that the decisions I made when I was younger had affected my future. I kept thinking, if only I had the mindset I have now, I would already have everything I want. Her success reminded me of a painful truth that I had made mistakes, that I have been irresponsible, and that I was almost 30 and moving slower than everyone else. I thought this way for a very long time. Let's stop there. You know what was wrong with my mindset? I am not even talking about jealousy here. I was attacking myself with the same thoughts over and over again. You are worse. You are not good enough. Look at what you have done. Look how badly you have messed up your life. And this way of thinking kept bringing me down. Rule number one: stop comparing yourself to people who have a different life history. Everyone has their own story. I started to understand that I didn't have the easy start in life. And yes, even if some things happened because of my own choices and my younger mindset, I needed to understand that I was a different person in my early 20s. I had different thoughts, different priorities, and I went through things that I needed to heal from. a very toxic relationship, a serious accident. I needed to heal from all of this, both mentally and physically. What I wanted at that time in my life was peace. I wanted to have a stable job and a calm life. Then I wanted to experience living in another country. Then COVID happened. After that, I realized that I needed education. And eventually, everything started to make sense. My real self came back. My dreams came back to my mind. So, like I said, your life path may have been much rougher than someone else's. You should keep this in mind because it's so easy to think, I am a loser, especially when you compare yourself to someone who has a different life story, different circumstances, and a different starting point. You might simply be at the beginning of your own journey. Rule number two, start being kind to yourself. Talking to yourself in your head by saying things like, you are too slow, you are nothing special, is not healthy for you. Your brain absorbs this negativity and starts to believe it. You won't achieve your goals by constantly having thoughts like this and by lacking confidence. So start being kind to yourself. Tell yourself, everything will be alright. You are good enough. Comfort yourself instead of constantly bringing yourself down. Self love is the key to making your dreams come true. Everything starts with loving yourself and believing in yourself. Positive affirmations can help you maintain more uplifting thoughts. So maybe it's time to have some compassion for yourself. If you heard that someone was going through the same things you are going through, you will probably feel sad for them. You will want to comfort that person, hug them, and show them compassion, right? So why don't you start showing the same compassion to yourself? And the last thing is neurobiology. Do you know how important it is to understand neurobiology? Okay, I am not saying that you need to go to university and study it deeply. Um, of course not. But our brain is neuroplastic and you can actually change the way it works. Isn't that amazing? Thinking negatively is not good for our brain. It can affect the way we see ourselves, increase our stress levels, make it harder to notice positivity in our lives, and strengthen negative patterns in our thinking. For example, thinking I'm not good enough can make us start treating this thought as a fact, even though it is only a thought. That's why being positive is so important for our brain. Like I said before, positive affirmations can help with this. Telling yourself, I am good enough, it's okay to make mistakes, everything will be alright, might sound silly, but it can help. You can write something positive on a piece of paper and keep it next to your bed. Positive thinking can help rewire the brain by creating healthier patterns. It can help you focus on your goals, be more compassionate towards yourself, lower your stress levels, increase your happiness, and help you enjoy your life more. This isn't just some girl talking, it's science. Every day I write three kind things about myself in my notebook. I am trying not to be negative and I have stopped looking at other people with negativity. Being kind, cutting negativity out of your life, and surrounding yourself with positive energy can change the way you feel. Remember, you are worthy of your own love. Nobody is going to love you as deeply as you can love yourself. It's such a simple mindset, but it's powerful. Okay, this is what I wanted to share with you in this episode. I will see you in the next video. Bye!